Okay, you have a workshop, no, from Monday, starting on Monday for 5 days. You have a workshop, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, your although your this test time will not clash with that, still will you be okay for writing the test and then attending the workshop, or shall I change the date? You tell me. What shall I do? Is it okay that if you write the test and after that you join the workshop, your test will get over at 9 a.m. and your workshop is starting at 9:30. It's an online workshop, so you can join. So are you okay with that, or shall I change the date?
Ma'am, it's better if we change the rate.
Change the date. Okay. Okay, so I was also thinking that to change the date will be better. So what I have planned is that tomorrow is Thursday, so tomorrow I'll give you a break. I'll not take your online class, and you will study well. You'll prepare for your test. Okay, no class means new topic and new things comes to your mind, so no class tomorrow, and you will prepare for your test, and day after tomorrow you write the test. You tell me, how is it?
No, ma'am, you can take it on Tuesday.
Tuesdays again you are having workshop. You are having workshop for continuously 5 days. Next week, Monday to Friday, you are having workshop.
Ma'am,
Understood?
next Monday.
After
Next
the
to next
workshop, ma'am.
after the workshop. Acha. It will be so late. By then your examination will come by then. Okay, I will talk to Patrick sir and then we'll inform what to do. Alright, so let us today finish off this three product cards or three stages of production. Okay. So now concentrate on this. Yeah, any information related to the test will be informed to you later on. If nothing is informed, then it stays at 8:40 on Monday. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, we have exams on December.
Yes, you are going to have exams. Although it has not come up officially, but probably you're going to have.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Your senior when your seniors will write the examination, university examination, by then you may have, I'm not sure, but normally we have this sort of things. Okay, that's why I'm saying. But it has not come officially. If it happens, then it will soon come officially within 1 or 2 days. Okay. So don't take tension from now onwards, but it's just an assumption from my part. It may happen that you're going to have write an examination. If not, okay, still you are going to write the class test. Okay, so we had
Ma'am, if we
finished.
have, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, if we have, will it be online or offline examination, ma'am?
obviously online, no offline. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
No offline until and unless we get anything from the university notification. It will come from the authorities, top authorities of the state. After that, only university will take any decision regarding any offline mode. Okay. So anything till then, it will be all online. Okay, so we had finished off stage one discussion yesterday, and today we will do the stage two discussion. I hope you have drawn the diagrams in your copy, and I told you to draw it minutely so that so that when these two intersecting points are lying just on the vertical line of stage 1, where you have said that the stage 1 is completing here, all those things you had to take care of and then draw the diagram, not just like you draw the vertical lines, done, not like that, because all the curves, all the changing of the slopes are so important that you cannot ignore that. Okay, that's why you have to, when you're finishing of the stage 1, it should be at a point where both the marginal product and the average product curve are intersecting. So at that point only the stage 1 will end. So we had discussed till that stage. Now what happens in the second stage? Let us see. In the second stage, in stage 2, short run production will be characterized by decreasing but positive marginal returns. As more of the variable input is added to the fixed input, the marginal product of the variable input decreases. Most important of all, stage 2 is driven by the law of diminishing marginal returns. Now, when you are moving on to the stage 2, you can see that the marginal product is continuously decreasing. See, at a decreasing rate, continuous decreasing rate, it is not a curvy or any sort of slope, but is a straight line slope. So it is continuously decreasing. Why? Because in this stage, the law of diminishing marginal returns is at its peak. We started this chapter with the concept of law of diminishing marginal return. What was it? If you go on increasing the factors of production or the variable input, if you go on increasing, then after a certain point, the marginal return or the returns or the output level will not increase at the same momentum as it was increasing before that point. It will increase, but it will be positive. You cannot say it will increase. The return are going to be positive, will not make loss, but the rate will decrease and it will start after a certain point, anyhow it will start to decrease. You will see that you are going on incorporating factors of production, but the output is not increasing at that level, and at a certain point it will almost be zero. Not be zero, but almost be zero. So following that law, in the stage 2, you will see a decreasing marginal product, but it will be positive. See? Now again, when you are drawing the second stage vertical line, you have to make sure that the marginal product curve is above the x-axis. That means it is at a positive level. Do you understand my point? You have to draw the second vertical line when you are mentioning that it is the end of the stage 2. You have to make sure that the marginal product is above the x-axis. That means it is still positive. And soon after this vertical line, that means end of stage 2, it will start to decrease. It will be in the negative side of x-axis. Okay. So first thing was you have to end the stage 1 at a point when the marginal product and the average product are intersecting. That means they are equal. Is anyone typing anything in the chat box? I cannot see, okay, but sound is coming. I don't know why this problem is occurring. So if anyone wants to say anything, you please unmute and say. I think someone of you has typed anything, but I am unable to see it. So when you drew the first vertical line and it was the end of stage 1, it was at a point when the marginal product and average product were intersecting each other at a point. Then when you will draw the second vertical line, that means you will mark the end of stage 2, it will be at a point when the marginal product is just at the x-axis. Okay, it's just at the x-axis, and after that vertical line, it will start to move towards the negative side of x-axis. Okay. Then let us see the characteristics. The 3 product cards reveal the following patterns in the stage 2. What are the 3 patterns? The total product curve has a decreasing positive slope. That means decreasing positive slope means what? It will go towards the down, but it will be on the positive side of the x-axis. Okay, where was the total product curve? It was at the first diagram. You see, it is decreasing, right? It is not increasing at the rate at which it was increasing in stage 1, and it has started to decrease. See, it has started to decrease. It will fall soon after this end of stage 2. It has started to decrease, but it is on the positive side of the x-axis. It is still positive, so it is having a positive slope. In other words, the slope becomes flatter with each additional unit of variable input. When it is moving at a decreasing rate, it will start to become flatter. See, it was stiff in the first stage, but in the second stage, it has started to move in a positive direction, but at a decreasing rate. But it has started to become flatter, and soon after that, it will go downwards. That means decreasing. You can say it is decreasing. In other words, the slope becomes flatter with each additional unit of variable input. If you go on increasing the variable input or the factors of production, then this thing will happen to the total product curve. Then what happens to the marginal product curve? Marginal product is positive and the curve has a negative slope. The marginal product curve intersects the horizontal quantity axis at the end of stage 1. So that's what I was mentioning, that when you're drawing the marginal product curve, it will be positive, but it will have a negative slope. It will be positive, but it is going to have a negative slope. That means it will go towards the right hand downward side. Positive, it is still moving, but it is going towards the right hand side also, but it will go towards the down. The marginal product curve will intersect the horizontal quantity axis, that means the x-axis, at the end of the stage 2. So when you are drawing the vertical line of stage 2, where you are marking it to be ending, you have to make sure that the marginal product is just at the horizontal axis. And what will happen to the average product curve? Average product will also be positive, but the curve has a negative slope. The average product curve is at its peak at the onset of stage 2. At this peak, average product is equal to the marginal product. So it will be at its peak at the onset of this stage 2, and at this peak, this average product will be just equal to marginal product. Okay, so at the onset, it will be just equal. It will be at its peak. You can, in this diagram, it is almost a straight line you can see in your screen, but you can make it towards moving towards the downward right also. It is, although not a straight line, still almost a straight line, but after this point, at the end of the stage 1, you can make it to start to declining. You can also do that. It is also in the diagram also it is so, but it is somewhat looking like a straight line. But you can start the declining movement of the average product curve after this point also. Okay. Don't make it a straight line. Almost it is looking like a straight line, but it should not be a straight line. Because at the point when average product and marginal product are equal, it is the peak point of average product curve. Then what happens in the stage 3? The onset of stage 3 results due to negative marginal returns. Now that at the end of the stage 1, the marginal product curve was just intersecting the horizontal axis. It was just equal to the horizontal axis. Still it will go on decreasing. And now it is going to have a negative. Now it is going to fall in the negative side of the x-axis. You see, when you are increasing this line beyond this x-axis and still decreasing, that means you're moving to the negative side of x-axis. So at the onset of the stage 3, this stage 3 will be resulted due to negative marginal returns. In this stage of short run production, the law of diminishing marginal returns causes the marginal product to decrease so much that it becomes negative now. It was decreasing, but it was still on the positive side. But now, due to this law of diminishing marginal returns, it will decrease so much that it becomes negative. Okay, practically it is not always true, but when you are minutely describing the stages of production, you have to mention it. Okay, also when we will do the problems economically, based on the economical concepts, you have to show that the marginal product is going towards the negative side also. That means no production at all. You are going on incorporating the inputs, but no production at all. Right? Now, when we are understanding the stage 3 may not be a case for all the types of firms, because some firms will take steps soon after they enters the stage 2. At that point, the marginal product curve will never touch the x-axis. But in some companies where the management is not good, control is not good, the firms is bound to reach the stage 3 also. At this stage, it is the worst case scenario when the marginal return will be negative. That means no profit, no production at all, no sales at all. But still, if the management, at that point, the management will take concern that they are incorporating input, but no production is coming. Why is this happening? Now that they will try to find out the practical reasons, but economically we say it is the law of diminishing marginal returns. Now stage 3 production is most obvious for the marginal product curve, but it is also indicated by the total product curve. In this point, in this stage 3, the total product curve will have a negative slope. It has passed its peak and is heading now downside. Let us see the total product curve once. See, now it has started to decreasing in the stage 2 itself. Still it was having a positive movement. It was having a positive slope, but it has started to decrease. But soon reaching this end of stage 2, it has started to decrease. See, it has started to now having a negative slope. It is going towards the downward right side. So total product curve will have a movement like this. Then what happens to the marginal product curve? Marginal product is negative and the marginal product curve has a negative slope. The marginal product curve has intersected the horizontal axis and is moving now down. No more explanation is required. Lot of things I have said about this. And the average product curve, what will happen to it? It will remain positive, but the curve is going to have a negative slope. It will start to move downside, but it will remain positive. It will not come towards the negative axis of x. Understood? So total product and average product will experience a steep increase and stage 1. At stage 2, it will start to decrease. It will be going at a positive slope, but at a decreasing rate. That means it is just on the verge of decreasing. And in the stage 3, it will start to decrease. But make sure that both of these curves, that is total product and average product, they stays on the positive side of x-axis. But the marginal product curve, it will go on decreasing at a steep rate, at a continuous rate in stage 2, and soon after reaching the end of stage 2, it will go towards the negative side of x-axis. So now you have to learn all this curve movement, okay? And when you are discussing all the stages, you have to write elaborately what is happening to the total product curve, marginal product curve, and average product curve. That is what is given in this note also. I will share this link tonight in your Moodle. So you will prepare note based on the same format given in this link. Okay, your discussion can be different, writing of the language can be different, you can write in your own words, but make sure that you explain the movement, the slope, the decreasing or increasing rate, whatever is the scenario of all the three curves in all the three stages. Okay, and then you can draw all the three curves in a single diagram also. That can be done. In some books you will find all the three curves in the single diagram. But here, since you are doing it for the very first time, you are understanding the three curves for the very first time. That is why I have selected this note where this curves has been drawn in two separate diagrams, but you can draw in a single diagram also. Okay. Alright, then if you have any doubt, you can ask, or you can put it in the chat box, or you can send me WhatsApp message. I will try to clear it out. Just wait for a while till the time I take the attendance, okay? Those who are having difficulties in Moodle, kindly sort it out. You need to talk to Patrick sir, okay? There is a cohort concept in Moodle where all of you are added in a particular group. So once you are added to that, then you automatically can access all the subjects, because when we teachers are creating the subjects in Moodle, we are adding the cohort as a whole in the subject, okay? So individually, if you are having problem in login, you need to sort it out with the technical team. First, you talk to Patrick sir. Patrick sir can also handle many things. So he will be able to sort your problem most probably. If not, he will refer you to the technical team. So those of you who are having problem with Moodle, kindly sort it out as soon as possible. Okay, respond now please. Abhay,
Present, ma'am.
Aditya, Alsaba, Aman, Aman Goyal, then Aman Sharma, Ananta,
Yes, ma'am. Aman Sharma present.
who is this?
Ma'am, Aman Sharma.
Aman Sharma. Aman Sharma, you are sleeping.
No, ma'am.
Then you are sick.
Yes, ma'am, kind of.
Okay. Yes, another one was present. Ananta, no? Ananta present.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Angela,
Present, ma'am.
Anish, Anisha,
Present, ma'am.
Ankit, Anmol,
Present,
Anmol
ma'am.
Lama. Is it Anmol Lama?
No, Anmol Gupta, ma'am.
Okay, Anmol Lama absent. Bhavesh, Vikash, Vishwadeep,
Present, ma'am.
Tadu,
Present, ma'am.
Chirag, Deepika, Girish, Himani, Jaya, Ashish, Meghna,
Yes, ma'am.
Mehul, Parveen.
Present,
Those who
ma'am.
are saying yes, ma'am, you can leave the class and join the next class. Muskan Agarwal,
Ma'am.
again Muskan Agarwal, 59.
Ma'am,
Neha,
59. I'm 59.
okay, okay. Neha, Nikhil, Nishita, Nupur, Piyush, Pragati, Rageshwar, Prashant, Pratham, Preeti, Poonam,
Present, ma'am. Present,
Ronak,
ma'am.
Ravi,
Present, ma'am.
Priyant, Priya Lama, Rohan, Ronak Agarwal, Sahil,
Ma'am.
Shama,
Yes,
Srishti
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sneha Mittal, Saurabh,
Yes, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Saurabh Agarwal, Srishti,
Present, ma'am.
Suhana, Sujit,
Present, ma'am.
Subneet,
Present, ma'am.
Swati,
Present,
Swayam,
Present, ma'am.
Tanya, Yash, Yashika, Shreya.
ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I'm left.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I'm left.
Who is this?